Hi, Lee. This question is for you. How was it going against Tina Charles, one of the all-time greats?
Uh, I met her in China before, so we know each other. She's a really good player. I know her, and but today she's still
Tonight I thought it was an opportunity, as I shared with the team after the game, that was a really good teaching game for us, and game where we can learn and variety of ways. I thought the Atlanta scheme defensively was to really challenge us and almost dare us to make some perimeter shots because of the way they were defending us tonight. And again, we've talked about some of the ways throughout the game and timeouts, into quarters and then halftime, what we do to counter the type of defense that they were playing on us. And just didn't think that consistently that we executed what we were trying to get accomplished against their defense. And then, compounded was a really tough shooting night from the arc. We shot nearly 50% on non-3 shots tonight. A lot of nights, when you supplement that with some of your 3-point shooting, those nights you probably feel pretty good that you shot 50% on non-threes, and we've been shot over 50% a couple games in a row. So, just disappointing the way we shot it because I felt like they were almost daring us at times. Defensively, got off to a tough start, took that haymaker early. They really established Ryan and Tina early. We tried to make adjustments and tried to find a rhythm. And again, just wasn't happy with our defensive rebounding to be able to complete plays. Their offensive rebounding percentage for us tonight is just unacceptable. And we gave up 17 second chance points, but it's more the offensive rebounding percentage that they had tonight on their misses. We got 38 misses. They were trending towards a night where they were going to miss 40 plus shots, but we couldn't get out in transition because we couldn't defensive rebound consistently enough. And those 17 points off offensive rebounds really is deflating when you get a first shot miss and you can't finish the play. So I think, again, I know that's a long opening statement, but I really think there was a lot of good teaching points tonight for our young team. And it's tough to lose at home. It's tough to lose in that fashion to learn things. But if we walk out of here tonight and learn from it, then I think we'll be better in the long run. Shout out to these two. I extended Rickea, didn't take her out for the first 30 minutes. And she didn't complain. She didn't grab her shirt. She just kept playing through it and played her in multiple different actions and different positions, asked her to guard different people, and just really proud of Rickea that way. She went over 400 career points as a rookie. She joins an exclusive list of Sparks of Candace Parker, Nneka Ogwumike, and Lisa Leslie as the only rookies that have done that. So I just want to continue to shout out Rickea Jackson is very special and has a bright future. And then Lee, a night where Azare was under the weather and not feeling well. And while she'll never use as an excuse, and I certainly she probably could have gutted through longer. I liked what Lee was doing, and her physicality was a different look on Tina, was a different look for us to have a presence inside. And Lee stepped up to it when, we were 3 for 12 from our starting post. I appreciated that Lee was ready when her number was called and again, had a good night for us.
Jackie, questions for players?
Hey, Jackie, with Jackie Ray TV. Lee, this question is for you. We talked before and you said one of the things you really wanted to do more of was finish your shots when your teammates really got you involved in the game. How do you feel like you've evolved thus far, this loss regardless? How do you feel like you've evolved this season?
I still try to learn it more. Every game I have I meet a lot of problem for every game, and I learn for every game, try to figure out it, and the next game I meet another problem and I still learning. For today, I feel I try to be stronger with Tina together play because she's a superstar. I try to learning her and I try to show me for her and I will try to play stronger. I learning a lot in practice, in coach, and I learning a lot from another team. So I try to be more better to help our team and try to be better myself. Yeah. Mhm.
Rickea, you're known for getting your team off to a strong start. Today you had a little bit more of a slower start. How did you work through that mentally and just with your game?
I feel like just focusing on my defense, trying to get my teammates involved, staying aggressive. My shot's not going to fall every night like I would want them to, but we got to continue to play. I feel like my defense has come a long ways. Still got some things to work out, but I feel like I just focused on the defensive end more.
Hi, Lee. This question is for you. How was it going against Tina Charles, one of the all-time greats?
I met her in China before, so we know each other. She's a really good player. I know her, and but today she still get a lot. She showed her, and I try to learn more how to defend her and how to let her don't get rebound. She gets a lot of rebound and some good offense. So I still need to learn to how to defend her and try to have a more offense, different shots to play with her.
Thank you.
Thank you.
DJ.
Hey, DJ from Infinity TV. Rickea, there was a lot of different things happening in the paint, but a new move that we've been seeing from you a lot is that like pivot, step back, jumper. Can you talk about like how you work with the coaching staff to develop new ways to get you space to score?
Yeah, I feel like that's just something that I've kind of always did, especially like if I can't get to the rim all the way, have a counter. But Nola and I work on that move literally every single day before the game. Them staying confident, telling me, I can score against anybody. So them instilling that just, makes me want to go at people more and continue to do that. I feel like it just helps me get my shot off because, people think I'm about to do a layup and then I just fade away. So yeah.
Last question on that.
Rickea, Coach Miller said pregame that you're becoming a superstar player, a future star player. Do you think you're a star player already? And how do you think your game has improved? And also, Coach, these are only two players in double figures tonight. How do you get more offense?
I feel like if Coach Curt says that, then that means I am because he doesn't say that about just anybody. So, but I do feel like I'm a star. I feel like I'm a growing star. I feel like I'm never content, and I feel like that's what makes me a star. I feel like I want to continue to get better. When they tell me, I need you to be better at this, I literally try to fix it in the next game. And I feel like just being a sponge and wanting to get better each and every game, each and every practice, I feel like that is what is going to take me over top. I'm not 100% where I want to be, but I feel like I'm a growing star. I don't feel like I'm 100% there yet, but just continuing to stay within it, listen to my coaches and my teammates. I feel like one day I am going to get there, and I feel like I improve most again on my defense, just having a defensive minded mentality, especially with the guards in this league. Like I don't like when they score on me. It honestly bothers me, and I feel like I just been more attentive, just guarding them, trying to chase them off screens more, not dying off screens and things like that. So I feel like that's what I got the best at.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Good job.
All right, questions for Curt.
Do you want me to answer that one?
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna- okay.
So, yeah, offensively, it was a tough night for us. And again, inside the arc, I didn't think we shot it too badly. I thought we tried to establish. I thought at times we were getting pieces of the paint and spraying the ball around, and we actually were executing from our penetration to open threes. And again, it's a make or miss league. We've got to step up and make some threes. I thought we had a lot of our 21 attempts. I thought we had a lot of open threes. So, and we're capable of making those. So, you know, that was the difficult part. Obviously their scheme was to dare us into it and force us to see if we would take some of those with the way they were playing the ball screens. And again, it was just one of those nights shooting. But again, the other way was we couldn't get enough stops to get out in transition. A big goal for us was to be in double figure fast break points tonight, was to really play early and get them cross matched with our commitment to run. And it was just really difficult to run against them tonight. They missed 38 shots, but it was difficult to get to run tonight against Atlanta because we just couldn't secure enough defensive rebounds consistently throughout the night.
Hey, Coach, can you talk about Lee tonight? I saw a lot of players feeding her inside tonight. Was that part of the game plan for her to, be enforced inside?
Yeah, certainly when she's on the floor, she carves out space and can demand the ball. And so at times, that's, when we were starting to struggle at the arc, there was a commitment to get her touches. And she's good at drawing fouls and so accumulating fouls. So maybe it's not always her, but maybe the foul count goes up earlier in quarters and we can get ourselves to the foul line. But, I appreciated the willingness for our guards to share it with her that way. Again, she's 25. This is only her second year in the league. Not, just a little over, 3/4 of the way into her second year. So she's just going to get better and better. She is really humble. She's a really hard worker. She's really open-minded. She thinks that, there's so much growth all the time. And I just, appreciate our players love her. Our coaching staffs love her. She's just a blessing to have here. And I look forward to her growth.
Maybe Scarlett LA Sentinel. I did notice in the fourth quarter, you guys outscored the Atlanta Dream. And that was also an attribute you had in your win against the New York Liberty. If you could just talk to me about the energy that the Sparks gave fourth quarter.
Yeah, I thought, I never doubted. I wanted a toughness. I wanted a compete level. I think we could have competed higher. But as I shared with them, I didn't think we were lazy. I didn't think that we weren't trying. We talked about before the game that there's a lot out there saying that this was a must-win for Atlanta. There is a dogfight for the 8th and final spot on this playoffs picture and situation. And you knew how hard they were going to play. So, I appreciated that it wasn't one of those nights, it wasn't one of those nights and that we kept fighting. And some players, Isaiah Cook, that hasn't always gotten consistent minutes here, got an opportunity and she played hard. And so, I appreciate that's the culture we're trying to create. Doesn't matter what the score is on the scoreboard, that we're going to play hard. Now, I will tell you, to not have one quarter of 20 or more points tonight is disappointing, disappointing at this level, especially with what we've done lately, scoring the basketball. To not have one quarter and 20 or more, disappointing. But again, was much better defensively in the second half, but still couldn't get our offense going to make them really feel us, right? We got it down to teens. I don't think we broke it back into single digits, but I wanted them to really feel us at some point in the pressure when you have a big lead.
Coach, you've talked a lot this year about how this is a build, and how the process and how you get there, is what's something that's really important. You had 2 players up here with you that have made tremendous strides from the beginning of the year to now. Regardless of how the rest of this season turns out, what would you need to see from some of these young players in order to kind of consider it, a success?
Yeah, and, again, I want an attitude, a culture of growth. I want a culture that doesn't separate when it gets tough. A resilient team that can take a poor stretch or a run and respond to it. I don't like these 9-0, 10-0 starts against us, but what's really important to me is how we're responding to runs in the game. And do we step back up? It just wasn't a good enough first quarter on both sides of the ball. But we had trouble stopping runs tonight because we couldn't score consistently. But, again, it's just a mindset to come to work. You always fight yourself as a coach. Should we have given them 2 days off after New York? But we know we're on the road for these next 2 games, and then the cadence really picks up with our games. And so, I don't know if that extra day off contributed to being a little sluggish. I don't, that's where you start to second guess yourself as a coach. But I want a professionalism about this group down the stretch, regardless of how many wins we end up with. I just want a compete level that's higher. I asked Derek and Azare to really lead us. They're 2 champions, they're 2 WNBA champions in our locker room. And it's really important that they continue to keep leading what the passion, energy, compete level has to be like to be forming a championship team in the long run.
Hey, Coach, DJ from Infinity TV. This is your first time going up against Tanisha Wright after you guys spent so much time together with that gold medal team. What was it like tonight coaching against one of your colleagues?
Yeah, we've become, she's my sister from another mother. We've become incredibly close, and, just really respect. When you spend that much time, it's like summer camp, right? It just spends so much time together, and you're pulling for the same thing, and you're trying to support Cheryl, which, you could keep me here for days to talk about the pressure that the U.S. Olympic coach feels. So we're going to be bonded for life. That staff will be bonded for life. It's been a pleasure to get to know her. She's really, really close with Karen Bryant, who hired me here to the Sparks. And so I, always heard about Tanisha Wright. I was brought into the league by Brian Agler, who isn't afraid or shy to say that Tanisha Wright was the favorite player he ever coached, and he's coached a million great ones. And so I'm like, what's so special? Everyone talks about how special Tanisha Wright is, but I got to see it. So she's my sister from another mother. We're bonded for life, and I'm a rooter for her. I didn't want to root for her tonight, but when I'm not, now I root for her. She was a special player in this league that played with passion and was a really, really good defender, and carved out a niche for herself for a long time and hung around a long time. So I think she's doing great things there. I wish them well in their compete for the last playoff spot. And again, she's a special one.
Hey, Coach, we talked about Rickea playing the first 30 minutes. Was it a matter of getting her going after a slow start offensively, or just more like experience?
Yeah, again, I have so much confidence in her that she's going to find stretches in a game where she's going to bring good things at both sides of the ball. I love her growth defensively. She's still got a ways to go, and schemes to learn, and how people try to attack her. But the compete level has, from May to now, you just have to pop in a film. It's crazy. She knows now the new thing I'm on is, her rebounding numbers go up. But, again, we ran a bunch of things out of timeouts for her. We ran some things to start the game for her. The ball just didn't go in. But, she still, scored 13 points. And that's an off night. And that's what I think you're going to see Rickea moving forward. Is Rickea is going to be a team scorer even on off nights, and you're going to see her in the 20s consistently, as we go up. But the one thing she's earned is more attention, and she got more attention tonight in some of the actions that we've been using. She got more attention from Alana. That's a credit to her that there's now scatter report attention to her. And that's then now her next step is she's, an asterisk and a 1A on talking about opponent scouting and what they want to do, and players that have earned that right then learn from that. And so, this is a great opportunity. She had more attention to her tonight, and how can you still be successful even when, those scatter reports and attention from opponents are on you. And I think she's going to handle it with incredible grace, and I think she's just gonna thrive through it. And I look forward to these last 8 games with her getting that type of attention because that will only help her going into year 2.
Kurt.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.